Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Indira Educational Academy. In continuous of Java concept based on Andhra University syllabus, we are in the unit 5 of that Java topic. So in previous units we discussed a lot of topics related to Java and very important questions are also discussed in previous classes. Now the final topic and final unit of Andhra University syllabus. So let's begin our class. So in unit 5, the the Java topics consist of applets, life cycle of applets, parameters, packages, streams, etc. So without any late, let's begin our class. So now coming to the Java applet. Applet is a special type of program that is embedded in the web page to generate a dynamic content, runs inside the browser and works at client side. Here client is nothing but user and dynamic content is nothing but graphical representation or pictorial representation. So here once check that definition again. Applet is running within the web page. Web page is nothing but the page which consists and which runs with the help of website. Website is like the www.flipkart.com, amazon.com. All these comes under the website only. So when we click those websites, a web page will open, either the home page or whatever page of that website. So like that only, applet is a special type of program which is works in the web page to generate the dynamic contents. So before going to learn this Java applet, we must know about the web page, websites and web browsers. Web browsers, web pages, websites, all these three things are interlinked, and all these three things are running based on the HTML. HTML is little bit different from the programming language and very important concept in computer science also. Like programming language only, like programming language only, it is also important, but it is little bit different from the programming language. Here programming consists of coding, whereas in HTML it consists of tags. So web page, web browsers, websites, all these three things depends on HTML only. HTML consists HTML tags. Just remember these things. And now come to the topic. Applets runs within the web page to generate the output in graphical representation. It runs inside the browser and it works at user side only. So user can easily interact with web page to generate the applet program. So types of applets program, there are two types. One is local applets and another is remote applets. So here local applet. So local applet is nothing but it exit it exits within the user computer only. That means it stored within own computer system, user computer system only. Here web page did not find a did not here web page have to find a local applet, and it doesn't need to access the information from internet. In local apps, in local applets, the user doesn't need to access the information from the internet. Why? Because it works within the user computer system only. This is the syntax for that local applet, and this is the graphical representation of that local applet. And the second kind of applet is remote applet, which is works other side of the world. That means it consists internets, and it is outside of that user world. That means outside of the user computer system. So here it is the syntax of that remote applets. Next one, this is the graphical representation of remote applet, and advantages of applets and the drawbacks of applets. Here drawbacks of applets is nothing but disadvantages only. Disadvantages and drawbacks are same. So this is the disadvantages and drawbacks. And life cycle of applet. Life cycle of applet is very important thing. Life cycle code is nothing but functioning. That means, for example, if you take human life, in human life some functions are very essential to lead that human life. earning money is not essential, but eating is essential to that human to lead a life, or mm, maintaining some kinds of shoes, watches is all not essential, but 8 hours of sleep is also essential for human body, like eating. So some essential kinds are important for human body to lead the human life. Likewise only amplet also needs some specific functions to work that amplet program. So here the amplet consists intelligation, and intelligation is nothing but intersecting or adding. Apple Applet is started, applet is painted, stopped, destroying. All these five terms comes under the life cycle of applet only. So let us discuss these five types. Intelligation state is nothing but adding the amplet. So by using this public void int statement, added the we added the terms to that applet program. Running state is nothing but when the system calls the start method of applet cuts within the class name of the term applet program, this running state executes, and this is the syntax of that running state. And stopped state is nothing but it happens after the running state, and stopping occurs automatically when the program executes. So we can also do so by calling stop method. So public void stop is the invoked when applet is stop or browser is minimized. So dead state is nothing but when the applet program is removed by the user, it occurs automatically dead state. So the destroying method, that means removing the applet from the allocation memory of computer system, is a dead state, and this is the syntax of that. And how to implement and run the applet, that means implementation means how to make the process to run that applet. Running means checking or texting, and execution comes under running. So if the applet runs successfully, execution will happen successfully. So some steps are there to implement and run the applet. So first step is building an applet code, like programming only, coding, sorry, like HTML only. To run the HTML, we need tags. Without tags, we can't run HTML. Like applet programs needs coding. So here applet coding is very essential. So we have to prepare that coding by using syntax, that means structure of that applet code, like a class, namely if we, and graphics. Why we use graphics is applet output must is in dynamic content. Dynamic content is nothing but graphics only. So applet and graphics is taken as class name in applet code. This is the syntax of that. This is the syntax of that applet code. Once observe this syntax, this is the syntax of that applet code. And creating an executable applet. Executable applet is nothing but the class file of the which is obtained by compiling the source code of the applet. Here the user gives the data in source code. Here compiler compiles that source code into bytecode, and it runs the program. So when that running state is completed, the program executes as output. So that state is known as executable state. So that is the creating process of that executable applet. Designing a web page is very important. Why? Because applets runs or works on the web page only. Since they are working with web pages, or since they are using web pages to generate dynamic contents, designing a web page is also very important for the user. So a web page is necessary to run the Java applet. a web page is basically made of text and HTML tags, which is very true. Why? Because with HTML only, websites and web browsers are generating and running successfully. A web page is also known as HTML document. If you want to check check either it is true or false for the HTML, once check any website. In end of that website, you will observe one extension, that is .html. .html is nothing but a extension of HTML. So that is the evidence that web page is running because of HTML tags only. So next one is applet tag. Applet tag is like HTML tag only. Next one, applet tag to HTML code. That means using applet tag to HTML code. This is the syntax of that one. Only syntax is given. And creating a HTML file. Creating a HTML file with applet tag and necessary tags. So running and texting the applet code. After creating the appleting files as well as the HTML file containing the applet, run the HTML file in any Java compatible web browser or applet view. So after writing the code or program, run that or compile the program within any web browser or applet view. So running and testing process happens at the web browser and applet view. These are the extensions of that applet view. And the next one is parameters. Parameter is also very important in Java. Parameter in applet, how to pass parameters in applet or parameters, all these three questions consist same answer only. Here it is the answer syntax for that parameter. Here parameter is used to access the data or information from HTML file. Here parameter is nothing but it is used to access any information or data from the HTML file, is known as parameter. And this is the syntax. Example of that parameter in applet. Next to packages, Java packages is also very important. Here package is nothing but a similar types of classes, interfaces and sub packages comes under the package. That means group of similar types of classes, interfaces, sub packages comes under the package. So package in Java can be categorized into two form: built-in package and user defined package. So there are two types of packages: one built-in package and user defined package. Again, built-in package consists of Java, Lang, AWT, JavaX, Swing, Net, IO, Utils, SQL, etc. So advantages of Java package, 3 points are there. And this is the graphical representation of Java packages. This Java package and Lang util AWT is the sub package of Java. And here system.class, string.class, all these five is called classes. So types of packages are two types: built-in packages, user defined packages. So again, built-in packages consist of java.lang, java.lang. Here AWT, JavaX, Swing, Net, IO, all this comes under the built-in packages. So coming to the built-in package is already available in the packages which are already available in Java language comes under the built-in Java. It is also known as predefined packages. And predefinedly there are included in the Java. These packages provide almost necessary classes, interfaces, and methods for the programmer to perform any task in this program. Here some are given: Java applet, Java AW, Java IO. IO is nothing but input and output utility. Langs transfer language. Once check all these definitions, very easy definitions, there is no need to explain, I think so. If there are any doubts, surely I will explain, but all these are not important. So now the second kind of package is user defined package. Just like the built-in packages, the users of Java language can also create their own packages. Here user defined package is nothing but creating the package based on the user requirements is known as user defined package. Here steps are there and syntax, that means by using package syntax, here program is there, and this is the step 2 to save that program. So demo.java, and this is all the process of that user defined package. So this is the process to package package program. After package, streams is the another important topic. Stream is nothing but a sequence of data. There are two types of streams: input, output. If the if the stream reads the data from a source, then it is called input stream, whereas a stream is used to write data to a destination, then it is known as output stream. Here is the graphical representation of stream and byte stream. Here the types are there. Byte stream is nothing but storage term. Byte is nothing but a storage term. Java byte streams are used to perform input and output of 8-bit bytes. So here byte streams is nothing but storing streams. Character streams is consist characters, and 16-bit Unicode is consisted to perform input and output. For 16-bit Unicode, character streams are used, whereas to perform input and output of 8-bit bytes we used byte streams. For 8-bit bytes we used byte streams, whereas 16-bit Unicode we used character stream, and the standard streams are also there. When the user can take input from a keyboard and then produce an output on the computer. So standard stream consists standard input and standard output. Standard input is nothing but manually user give the data to the system. That means by using keyboard, the user gives the data. This process comes under the standard input, and standard output is execution of that means displaying the data or output on the screen comes under the standard output. Once check all those definitions, very easy definitions. And standard error is nothing but the error the error occurs in the output of that user program is a standard error. And next one is file input stream. File input stream is another type of stream used for reading data from the files. So to read the data from files, file input stream is used. So there are these are the syntax of that input in file input stream. So that input file stream consists some operations. Once you have input stream object in hand, then there is a list of helper methods which can be used to read a stream or to do operations. So these are the operations to run the streams. These operations are not important. File input stream definition is only important these are all operations of file input stream is not important. Next, file output stream. File output stream is used to create a file and write data into it. If it doesn't already exist before opening it output, so before opening the output, it doesn't exist the file, so that type of file is known as file output streams. So this is the syntax for that file output stream, and these are the operations: public void close, public valid, finalized, public void, right? All these are comes from or comes under the functions of the file output stream. And last one is the example of that output stream, file output stream. Here it is the example of that file output stream. This is the fifth unit of Java of fourth sem students of Andhra University. Before closing or ending this section, once revise all the concepts that are discussed in this fifth unit of Java. First topic of that fifth unit of Java is applets. Applets is nothing but a special type of program that runs within the program. And after so first is applet, then types of applets, two types, local and remote. And after that, applets advantages and disadvantages. After that, life cycle of applet is very very important, and those sections. And implement and run of that applet syntax is also important. And remote parameters of applet and how to pass the parameters. So after that, parameters, packages, Java packages, and types of packages and advantages of packages, graphical representation of packages, all these are discussed in fifth unit of Java. And streams. And last topic of this fifth unit is streams. streams is uh, Streams is nothing but a sequence of the data. Streams is nothing but sequence of data. There are two types, input stream and output stream. Along this, byte streams and character streams are also date standard streams. So file input stream and file output stream and their operations, and example of that file input and file output stream. So these are the topics that completed in fifth unit of Java. So this is the last section of the Java topic. With this section, the Java concept is completely completed. So once check all those definitions and important questions. So with this section, Java topic is completed. Thank you for watching. For more interesting and knowledgeable videos, subscribe to my channel Indira Educational Academy. Thanking you. Jai Hind.